Guess it would help if I was on the right antenna. So anyway.
If you say so.
Hey, what's going on? How do you copy there, screwdriver or fix it? Hello? 1 2 1 2.
Hello,
Hello?
can't even hear him.
Alright, let's try this. Is this any better? Hello, radio.
It's working for me.
Oh, radio.
Yep, I heard him that time as well. Not as strong as he usually is, but I did hear him.
More fix-it problems.
How about it, radio man?
Oh, man. Go ahead for radio, man.
Yeah, you got a copy on Paulie here in Waterboro?
Yes, Paulie in Waterboro. I got a copy on you.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing all right. Are you the guy that comes up in the camper?
Jeff.
Very good. Good to catch you. We'll be getting started here in about 10 minutes, or less than 10 minutes. But yeah, good to hear from you.
Yeah, I'm up here. Up here for a couple days, you know?
Well, very good. Well, if you listen in, we get people from all over the, well, I'd say, you know, Somerset County. We get people Lincoln County. So you'll see who you can hear. We get some stations that are down York County, Oxford, Cumberland County. You should be able to hear. So you'll get an idea once things get rolling.
Roger. Yeah, I just heard you out there when I got the email, the Facebook thing you were on, the CB, main CBs, and I said, oh, let me turn it on, and I turned it on, and there you were.
Yeah. Well, there's a few other stations. Anyone else out there hearing Paulie over in Waterboro?
Well, I can hear you. I'm Radio Man's neighbor, so yes, you sounded good from Waterboro.
Thanks a lot, buddy. Sorry. Yeah, I thought I heard somebody out there in Waterboro. Yeah, you got Paulie, 0069 out of Waterboro.
Man, freaking pipeline with those big old ears over there hearing everybody. Good evening, Pipeline. Good evening, Risky Whiskey. Good evening, Taz. Yes, good evening, everyone.
Hey, good evening. Same thing. Good evening to everybody. Screwdriver, Radio Man, you as well.
Yeah. Good old Fix-It's always out there. Good evening, sir. Man, I can't believe how dead the band is. I mean, I can because it's later at night, but yeah, it was pretty hopping earlier.
Shh, be quiet. Don't say that 3 times.
I give it about an hour. Usually like 9:30, you'll kind of get that little second wind in there.
Drop right off from 5 o'clock.
Yeah, once it gets dark out, it definitely has a lot less effect. And Hawkeye said something about there was a big solar flare, so he was predicting 0 skip for the next day or two. So, hey, it could be interesting.
there wishing they had a big walkie-talkie.
B295 down Highland Sopo.
Hey, at 295, usually you're walking the dog and kicking the cat. What the hell's going on?
I'm just talking body foot right now. I don't know what went on.
Yeah, you must have lost a pill or two.
No, it only hicks up when I kick my amp on, so I keep it shut off by 10-point.
I copy that on keeping the amp shut off.
Don't know much about this one, so I just leave it alone. 10-point.
Okay, copy that, 295. This is sounding okay to use there, Screwdriver? Everything sounding all right?
Yeah, it sounded good. I almost thought it might have been like you turned away from the mic. Your first couple of tee-ups, like your audio didn't actually cut out, but you know, like you might have turned your head away from the mic or something. But yeah, it's been sounding great since.
Yeah, it's possible. When I first got on and fixed it, was like, oh, I can't hear you. I looked over at the meter, so I don't know. But yeah, I've been on the mic this whole transmission, so hopefully it's not doing it.
Oh, sounds perfect.
Good evening, sir. Well, kind of had a lousy day, but yeah, I'll get over it. Yes, this is true.
That's either you or that guy in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, you're right. There is a guy in Puerto Rico that's got beeps that sound really, really close.
I should break out a Fidelta on a Ranger just so I can be that guy. I love him. It's a classic beep. Usually that's all you heard out here, but you know, I haven't heard the guy in Puerto Rico in some time. I think it was last summer. Yeah, maybe it was the beginning of this summer. I don't know, but he was coming in all the time, and it was like, holy fuck, that's Spanish-speaking Fix-It right there.
Yeah, he's been in during the day though, so.
Oh, has he? Nice. All right, time to get quiet and get the show rolling. You got a feed going on, Radio Man?
Yeah, as far as I know, it seems to be working all right. I haven't gotten any complaints, so I'm sure they'll tell me things aren't working when I finally get rolling and I can't adjust it.
Yeah, I see it going on Facebook.
I mean, I think the audio's okay, so I don't know, if any of you guys are in the chat, just say something. Don't know if I'll be able to adjust it, but I don't know. I see there's like 7 people on, so I figured maybe someone would say something. Unless the chat thingamajiggy's broken. But alright, we'll get started here. Oh, I got one comment from Risky. He says, yo. Alright.
Your audio's kind of low, radio man.
Are you doing it on Facebook too, or just YouTube?
I'm doing it on both Facebook and YouTube. So fix it. You got to clarify. The audio is kind of low. Where? On the radio or on the interwebs?
Going into your mic, the audio needs a little more oomph. You're usually a lot louder than you are, and you're not hitting the meter as strong as you usually do either.
Well, let's see. How about that? Is that any better? 1, 2, 1, 2.
Oh, that's 100% better. What'd you do?
I just turned up the mic gain on the radio. I was fiddling around with it on AM. Okay, we're getting all kinds of comments. Carmel, Maine from Win. Audio is good. From CT420. Wrenchman. Oh, Wrenchman must have moved to Pennsylvania or something. Wrenchman says he's in Pennsylvania. And looks like 389's listening. All right, so we'll get started. I got all these comments now rolling in. All right, so before we get started, is 327 in there? 327 and Raymond, are you sandbagging?
He needs to go to bed.
Well, I was gonna put him on the spot, but if he's not on the radio, then we'll have to catch him another time. All right, no problem. And Hatchet Jack from's waving from Ohio. All right, so we got some people listening here. That's cool. All right. Let's get started real quick. How about York County tonight? What about York County for Maine Sidebanders?
Risky Whiskey checking in.
All right, Risky Whiskey. We got to catch him before he goes to bed. I think we got a news station out there over in Waterboro. Let's grab him. I think he's kind of mobile, portable, whatever. How about who's that other station out there? Go ahead.
Is that Paulie there? Paulie, go ahead.
Jesus Christ, Paulie, you couldn't wait 10 more minutes for us, huh? All right, no Paulie. No cookie for you, Paulie. All right, who else we got from York County for Maine Sidebanders? All right, nobody else. I guess real quick while I spin the beam down to the south and try to grab New Hampshire. How about Oxford County? What about Oxford County for Maine Sidebanders?
Where'd you go, Pipeline? I'm in here, radio man.
All right, we'll mark down Fix It. We got Fix It in there. And we'll grab any stragglers if we miss anybody. How about Oxford and Franklin County? How about Oxford and Franklin County for Maine Sidebanders? Who was that? I didn't catch who that was.
That was Mr. Pipeline trying to check in.
All right, copy that. I just didn't quite make out who it was. All right, we got Mr. Pipeline. All right, hold on. How about State of New Hampshire? How about State of New Hampshire for Maine Sidebanders? State of New Hampshire. Any stations in State of New Hampshire? 93, 93. Is that 393 there, Joey Cheesecake? All right, 983 Joey Cheesecake. 983 Joey Cheesecake. I copy you. Is that correct at Hampton Beach? Okay, well, I think we got 983 in there from Hampton Beach. Is there any other stations in the state of New Hampshire? All right, let's grab. How about Cumberland County? What about Cumberland County?
384 Sebago.
All right, I got 384 in Sebago. There was another station under 384. Who I got under them?
B295 in the state of Maine. Hello, down in Sopo.
All right, we got you 295 in South Portland. Anyone else in Cumberland County?
Tasman checking in.
Hey, Tasman, how you doing this evening? Who else we got for Cumberland County?
Oh, Screwdriver way over here.
All right, Screwdriver. We got any other stations for Cumberland County?
Triple Cross over here in Brunswick.
Triple Cross in Brunswick. Very good. Anyone else for Cumberland County? All right. How about let's make a little jump here. How about Somerset County? How about Somerset County? The moose is not on the loose. The moose, I repeat, is not on the loose. All right, how about Androscoggin County? What about Androscoggin County?
Hawkeye, Lisbon Falls, over.
All right, very good. Hawkeye in Lisbon Falls. Who else we got? Androscoggin County for Maine Sidebanders.
Space Rider, I think I'm in Androscoggin.
Holy smokes, how much you had to smoke today? We got Space Rider in Androscoggin County.
A little bit more than I wanted to.
All right, well, very good. Welcome back. That was Spacey in Auburn. Space Rider in Auburn. Who else we got for Androscoggin County?
Yo, Wingnut in Auburn.
Hey, Wingnut. Wingnut in Auburn, bringing us up to number 12. Any other stations for Androscoggin County for Maine Sidebanders?
Does everybody know where we're at?
Most everybody. Did anyone catch there was a station that keyed up? I couldn't make out who that was, besides Taz.
Yeah, go ahead and try it again, Snowman.
Okay, we heard you, Snowman. Weak copy, but we did get Snowman over there in Lewiston. We got you.
Hey, you sound good, Snowman.
All right, let's try again here. How about Androscoggin County? Another try for Androscoggin County. All right, nothing heard. How about Saginaw County? What about Saginaw County?
How about Clearwater, Thompson?
We got you there, Clearwater. We got you loud and clear, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening to you. Who else we got over there in Saginaw County? Anyone else? Nobody else. We'll keep moving. Well, let's see if Mr. Paranoid's out there. We'll go up the coast. How about that Mr. Paranoid, Lincoln County? Is he around?
I think he's a busy man tonight.
Oh, okay. Copy that. Mr. Paranoid, busy man tonight.
No, I'm not really. Don't hold me on that. I'm not really sure.
That's all right. I was just kidding around. But yeah, well, maybe another time. All right, how about Kennebec County? What about Kennebec County for Maine Sidebanders?
Sparkplug over here, how's that?
Hey, Sparkplug. Your signal, are you, I don't know, I seem to remember hearing you a little louder in the past. Have you changed anything?
Yeah, my kicker doesn't want to work on this right now. I'm having difficulty with it.
Okay, well, I can still hear you, but I figured I'd mention it. Usually you give me a little bit more signal over here, so copy that on the kicker. Well, hope I don't know, maybe if you're around after and you got some questions, maybe people might have answers. Anyone else in Kennebec County? All right. How about any stations anywhere, state of Maine, any stragglers? Have we got any stragglers out there?
About Mr. Paranoid.
Oh, my God. Space Rider just said you were busy tonight. You couldn't get on.
Tempo, I just heard 029 come on. Yeah, I just turned this on. I just got done with work. Mr. Paranoid 269 over here in Walterboro. And I just heard Floyd trying to check in too.
All right, very good on Floyd. Can you get from him? Is he base, mobile there, Paranoid? Where is he? Okay, I just heard, that was BB, right? BB? Anybody? Did I get that correct? Was that BB?
I didn't hear nothing.
Yes, I do hear 029 mobile in Farmington, what he said. And it sounded like BB to me, Radio Man. He said 120. So I don't know if that's his numbers or what, but I heard 120, but it definitely sounded like his voice.
Anybody on that? It sounds like BB, but I was right at the, I'm trying to spin my antenna around, figure out here what's going on. Anybody?
What was your numbers again, Wayne? Oh man, I guess he can't hear me either, so I got nothing. And we're on the 340. For some reason I heard 120, but we'll say the 340.
Okay, so that's Wayne then. All right. All right. I switched over to the beam. I should be kind of pointed his way. I don't know.
Wayne, were you trying to check in 420? Is that what he was trying to check in?
Yeah, 420. Nick was trying to check in.
You just said radio man was 420, and Nick is trying to check in, relay through 340 there in Carmel.
Okay, yeah, so, alright, that's, so I was hearing 420, so we got 420 in Carmel, and then, or 340 Wayne and Carmel, and we got 420 on the relay there, is that right?
That's correct, you got it now, radio man.
Alright, sorry, I was confused because I was hearing different numbers and towns, and I was all friggin' confused. Where is 420? What town's he in?
Yeah, Wayne, what town was 420 checking in from? He's not in Millinocket right now. Is he down in Lincoln or something?
Yeah, he's in the town of Wynn.
Copy direct, town of Wynn. Copy direct. All right, any stragglers for Maine sidebanders?
I got a really good copy on Wayne over here.
Well, I hear him good, but he doesn't seem to be hearing us.
All right, Nick, have a good night, my friend. Yeah, you as well. Is that 369?
I have no idea what's going on. I'm hearing so many goddamn numbers right now.
I hear Pipeline trying to get hold of Wayne, and I heard, what did I just hear, 981, I think, or 983?
Yeah, Joey
Yeah, could be
Cheesecake
that
trying to say
983
something.
out of Hampton, Joey Cheesecake.
Oh, I was going to say, he already checked in, so yeah, I'm still hearing him, though. Good evening, Mr. Joey Cheesecake. I'm going to be quiet because let's see if there's anybody else out here before we start doing a lot of cross-talking. Is there anybody else that wishes to check in with Radio Man for Thursday night Maine Sidebanders? I'll answer. Go ahead, CQ.
Steel toe up here in Bodenham, waving a hand.
All right, we heard you, Steel Toe, for sure. Did you say 300 over in New Hampshire? 300?
.300 in Springfield, New Hampshire.
Let's try it one more time from New Hampshire. I don't know if Radio Man's trying to spin his beam around, but let's try that one more time from New Hampshire. And boy,
I got him, Screwdriver. Stand by. I'll answer him.
level, but we hear you over here. I don't know if Radio Man is spinning his beam around that way to see if he can pick you up a little bit better.
Yeah, we got you. 300 Springfield, New Hampshire. Copy direct. Okay, I guess not. 300 Springfield, New Hampshire. You copy. We copy you direct. And like that, he's gone.
Yeah.
And obviously, good evening, Steel Toe. Steel Toe was in there too. All right, I'll try to shut up.
Hey, good evening. Just wanted to wave a hand and check in. That's all. Hope you all have a good evening. And take care.
389, Northern Maine.
Okay, I heard 389 Northern Maine. Is that Wade up there? .389 in Wade, Maine. 389. That answers. Jamie was asking if anyone from the county reaches down here. Jamie Terrial, whatever. I'm pronouncing the name wrong. But anyways, I got you 389.
TV 505 Maine. Checking in.
All right, TB 505. Gotcha, TB 505.
Thank you. What am I hitting you at out there?
About an S4.
410 on that. Appreciate it. TV 505. Stand by.
And I did hear 389 Jim in Wade, Maine. Did you copy that, Jim?
I thought I heard Wayne coming in for him, but I could be wrong.
Maybe. I don't know if we're having some weird conditions or people are just listening to the live stream, because I go to answer people, I hear them just fine, and I go to answer them, and then they answer me 30 seconds later, which is all get out confusing. I don't know. I kind of lost count from Paranoid. I got Floyd. Is BB in there, or I guess not on BB? I got 340 Wayne. I got 420. I got Steel Toe. I got 300. 389 Jim. I got TB 505. Is there anyone else that got missed? Yeah, whoever that was, it wasn't working. Unintelligible audio. I cannot tell you what to do to fix it.
Got Swiper in Auburn.
All right, we got you, Swiper in Auburn.
You got 149 over here in Lewiston.
Okay, we got 149 there. Good evening, Hutch in Lewiston.
Good evening, good evening. Good evening, Swiper.
Evening, Hutch.
Good evening, 149.
Good evening, Mr. Paranoid. I can actually hear you in there.
Yeah, Roger, Roger. Nice to hear you out there this evening.
I'll turn the mic gain down and try again. How's that?
Yeah, I get, I don't know, 4 or 5 dB on you, but I can actually hear you.
Oh, that's pretty good, considering 50 miles away. Not too bad. Nice to hear you out there. 73s from Mr. Paranoid out here in Waldoboro.
I'm surprised you can hear me. I'm running nothing special. I'm going to shut up now.
Hey, you got some cranking audio.
Yeah, Roger that. Who was that? Is it Newport?
No, that was Swiper.
Yeah, Roger, Roger. Harry in Newport. And nice to hear you out there as well, Mr. Paranoid, saying 73s from over here in Waldoboro.
All right, we got Harry in Newport, and go ahead, Maniac. I think I heard you. Go ahead, Maniac.
Oh, I turned it there a little bit. I don't know if that worked or not.
Yeah, that definitely helped. We got anyone else who'd like to get in on roll call for Maine Sidebanders? I did not hear who that was. You cut yourself off.
He said Dick. Only Maniac can do that.
Oh, Nick Hurst over here in Boothbay checking in, Mag.
Holy smokes, Dick Hertz checking in from Booth Bay. All right. We got you. We got anyone else who's hanging in there for Maine Sidebanders who'd like to get in?
513, Sumner.
All right, I guess they're starting to roll in strong here. Just when you think we got everybody, they all start rolling in. 413, I think you said 413 in Sumner?
513.
513.
513 in Sumner. We got you, sir. Good signal from Sumner. Who else is out there? That brings us up to number 30. We got number 31. Anyone else out there that'd like to get in on main sidebanders?
Who's that? Was that Pack Rat there on Westport Island?
Hey, Pack Rat, we copy you direct over here in New Gloucester. Pack Rat out in Westport Island. Glad to have you again, sir. Bringing us up to number 31 for main sidebanders is the Pack Rat. Let's see. We'll check the live chat here. Let's see. We got a guy in here, the 2600, the Yank in Western PA checking in. All right. Well, welcome there, Yank. Anyone else who'd like to get in on main sidebanders?
Yep, BB up here in Carthage, listening to... BB up in Carthage, listening to the train wreck up here. BB in Carthage, checking in, listening to the train wreck.
Well, holy shit, I got a good copy on you now there, BB.
Roger, I'm listening to everybody. I've heard every single unit that has called you guys. I've heard up here tonight, so good job, guys.
Well, there you go, BB up in Carthage. Just switched over to the beam to give him at least another dB or two. BB in Carthage, good signal.
Yeah, Roger, I've heard every person that has checked in, I've heard up here tonight, so good job, guys. Sounding good up here.
Yeah, for those of you who didn't hear that, BB in Carthage said he heard everybody that checked in tonight. He heard every single station. So those of you who couldn't hear BB, look on the map, and he said he heard everybody.
He wasn't hearing much.
I'm pretty sure they heard him.
All right, with that said, is there anyone else who would like to get in on main sidebanders?
Butt cheeks in Lewiston.
What? What was that?
Butt cheeks in Lewiston.
Oh, what are you related to Dick Hertz?
I don't know.
Turn the echo off.
I had to do that. Turn your Roger beep off.
Anyone else out there want to get on main sidebanders?
Better?
Yeah, now we can understand you. It was really bad.
That's why he couldn't hear me.
Yeah, it was like slapback. Mid-sentence, it would start repeating the sentence. It was like, oh.
Oh no, I said butt cheeks more than twice.
Yep.
I thought you said butt cheese.
Oh, butt cheese, butt cheeks.
All right, we'll do another call. Is there anyone else before I turn it over here? Anyone else for main sidebanders?
Was that Space Rider?
That would be China.
10-4. I thought it was. I could just hear him over here in Waldoboro. I don't know if anybody else is checking in for main sidebanders. Let's go.
Hey, 10-4, Mr. Paranoid. You're giving me about a 6 there, if you can hear me, waving a hand.
All right, well, I guess we'll turn it over. And I just had a quick question. So I had to move up to channel 43. Well, first thing I'll say real quick is I do get a lot of, you guys send me a lot of notes and stuff thanking me for running it, and I appreciate it. No thanks necessary. You know, I think the people that help put this on, we do it for everybody to kind of get people on the radio because it gives everybody somebody to talk to, and the more people around, the better it is for everybody. So, but I do appreciate all the, you know, people do send me notes and say thanks, and I appreciate it. I just had a question. So I guess some people didn't understand why I'm jumping around, and they didn't like I was changing channels. I couldn't hear anything down on 895, unfortunately. The last couple times I was down there, I was getting wiped out. So I know some people didn't understand it, but I have to move channels. If I can't hear you guys, I can't run it. So unless someone wants to step in that's in a different location that wants to run roll call and stay on that channel, that's fine. But I can't effectively run roll call down on 895 anymore. It's just nearly impossible. So that's why I went to 43, but a few people have told me that certain radios can't get to 43. So, I mean, what do people, we got to have a fallback channel. There's no skip. So obviously this will always be our main channel. If there's no skip, we want to be on this channel because all radios can get to this channel. But for a backup channel, do people want to be below channel 1? Do people not like going above channel 40? Just kind of wonder what people are thinking.
Your followers are going to follow you wherever you go, Radio Man.
That's right. You're doing fine. Just keep doing what you're doing.
I agree. Just let people know, put it on the Facebook thing or whatever, where you're going to be. And it is what it is. If there's skip and you all, whatever background noise you get in your area, you go where you need to go. We'll go. I didn't know about it last week. It took me a while to find you guys, but I found you.
Hey, you got the following, all right, in the Jonestown of the CB radio.
That was a good double there.
I only heard Taz, but Taz is practically my neighbor.
Radio Man, you're running it. You go where you need to go.
All right. Well, I'm getting a lot of you go where you need to go. I mean, yeah, like I said, guys, my intent is to be on this channel whenever possible, but it's just too, like I said, I went up above 40 just because that channel seemed quiet, and it was giving me a lot of separation from the lower channels, which is why I did it. And like I said, it's not my intent to jump around channels, but I was just trying to find a new fallback channel. So I was just kind of wondering what people were thinking. But like I said, don't get me wrong. I get a lot of people that send me text messages and say thanks for doing it. So, it's not like I'm getting a lot of complaints, but I just had a few people bring up some things that I hadn't considered. So I was kind of curious what the rest of the group thought.
Don't worry about it.
About a year ago, 8505 Main will follow you wherever you go.
And when there's skip rolling in, like people who are in remote areas, like Paranoid and BB, they're getting fucking hammered with shit. Even tonight, I think BB mentioned he was getting hammered with a bunch of trash. And, so if there's shit out there, let's move to another channel. That's the way to do it.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
All right. Well, like I said, I'll try not, I kind of want to keep it the one or the other channel, but I was just trying to find a decent channel. That's all. And, but anyways, but other than that, I don't know. I've been doing enough talking.
40 up, 40 down, who cares? Whatever.
Yeah, 30
San Warfare can go anywhere.
the right night for this channel. Because I heard most everybody out there tonight too. A couple of people I couldn't receive, but for the most part, there were a lot of people I received.
Yeah, well, like I've always said, I tell people if you're going to get on the radio, tonight's the night because you can kind of check your radio. Oh, man, you can check your radio out. Oh, I got the hiccups all of a sudden. So you can check your radio out. You know, like BB just said, he's up in Carthage, and he's like, I heard everybody. So, you know, people out there listening go, holy shit, my radio's making it all the way out to there.
Got 10-4. Let's ask. Ain't Bob the president? Let's ask Mr. Bob there.
Mr. Bob, answer your coax.
Hey, Mr. Bob.
Must be TikToking or shitting.
You guys want to know what happened to me today when I got home from work?
I bet he hasn't hooked up today up yet, Stacy. What'd you do when you got home from work?
Well, you know, I don't want to do all the talking, but if everyone's going to be bashful, you guys will get a laugh out of this. So we got one of them friggin' robot vacuums. Well, I don't know, my dog got sick today, and we got one of them, I think they call it like a water hog carpet. You put it in front of your door, and they catch a lot of water and shit. It's a carpet, but they're like really good like when you come in from outside and it's wet. Well, she threw up on the carpet, which no big deal because those water hog carpets, you can just take them outside and hose them out. But my friggin' robot vacuum went through it and basically painted the entire carpet with dog barf in the robot vacuum. So when I got home, I had to take this goddamn vacuum cleaner totally apart. I had to strip it down into individual pieces because it sucked all the barf into it.
Well, that sounds just as bad as my day. Oh, God. I think I would have thrown that goddamn vacuum out.
Oh, these friggin' vacuums are too goddamn expensive to throw out.
I don't know. It's one thing I can't handle. Puke and dog shit.
Well, like I said, the carpet, no big deal. I mean, that's what's nice about those water hog carpets. You can just friggin' hose them out. So, you know, I rolled that up and threw that out the front door. But the friggin' vacuum cleaner, I was like, oh my God, what a mess. Oh my God, what a mess. And then luckily the vacuum got bogged down and it shut itself off. So it didn't like drag it around the floor. Like it basically went over the carpet and was like, uh-oh, something's wrong, and it just shut off.
Did it suck up a lot of puke before it shut off?
Oh yeah, it sucked up a lot of puke. It was all in the friggin', it's got the little hopper or whatever you call it, the little dustbin. That was full. It was all up in the wheels. I literally had to take the entire thing apart, basically, and just wash the whole thing. Like the circuit board was fine, so I took the circuit board out, set it aside, and then all the plastic, like the housing, I had to wash the whole thing.
All right. I'm trying to eat my oatmeal cookies here, and it's not looking good.
Shut up, stupid.
Come on, Speeder.
Hey, 513 up there in Sumner, you're being called.
Probably gone to bed.
He's not a young feller like you, Clearwater. He can't pull an all-nighter.
Hey, Clearwater, you hearing Spacey?
I hear you, Spacey. How are you?
Hey, not bad. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Oh, yeah. Same old, same old.
Hey, 10-4, that's good to hear. Oh, yeah, you're giving me like 7 pounds. You sound good.
You're coming in good down here, too. Real good.
All right, good to hear you, Clearwater. Hope you have a good night, bud.
Right back at you.
I'm mud ducking it, so I didn't think you would hear me.
What do you mean, you mud?
To Clearwater. What are you running tonight for a radio?
955.
10-4. Sounds phenomenal.
Thank you.
Gary, you good up here in Oxford?
Pictures, thank you.
Sound like you're on a Spacey Bob's in there now.
Yeah, I'm gone. Stoned. I forgot the question.
How about that Hawkeye?
Yes, sir.
Good evening.
You sound just like you're on AM.
Roger. Them little knobs, I got them just right once in a while.
A little knob never hurt anybody.
Exactly.
Man, that's what she said.
How's this?
A little Knob Creek whiskey.
Sound
Yeah,
good to
you're
talk
out
to
with
me,
my
Fred.
radio.
You see, you sound good up here there, Clearwater. Hey, Mr. P, you sound good. Always sound good. Oh, thank you, sir. Yeah, well, you sounded good up here tonight as usual. You always sound good. Give me a good signal and really nice audio coming out of that 955. Roger.
Sounds like he's on AM.
I sent a little video there to Space Rider of you and him talking a moment ago.
Yeah, go ahead, Mr. P. Can you hear me? Oh, 1, 2, 3. How about it?
Yeah, I hear you there, Space Rider. I sent you a video of you talking to Clearwater over there at Topsom.
Oh, okay. Yeah, thank you. All right, I'll check that out.
Oh, hey, I want to announce something real quick before I forget, before people start rolling out of here. Let me make sure I got it. All right. Hey, Bone Crusher's having a coffee break up in New Vineyard. He says, let me click on it here so I can read it off. Let's see. It says Saturday, November 15th at 6 p.m. He doesn't say specifically where it is, so it sounds like somewhere in New Vineyard, maybe like a Dunkin' Donuts. I don't know. It doesn't say on his thing. But if any of you are interested in going, it looks like, let me just double check. I'm reading it right here. Yeah, he doesn't say on the thing. Well, maybe he does. Our Village Market. Okay, I wasn't reading it right. Our Village Market in New Vineyard, Saturday, November 15th at 6 p.m. I figured I would announce that. That way, if any of you missed it.
Hey, what if you post it up on the CB, the main CB there?
I did. I think I did. Let me look. I was just reading it off of his page. Let me check. 'Cause maybe I didn't. Well, okay, I'll post it up on the main CB page too. I thought I did, but I don't see it. So, I will repost it.
Hey, is that Taz? Are you still out there?
Who's that? Space Rider still hollering out?
Yeah, that's me, Mr. P. That's Space Rider trying to get out on my little Maxon radio.
10-4 and the Mud Duck Radio over there in Auburn. There. Nice to hear you, Space Rider. I'm surprised I can hear you. Right at my noise level, but I can hear you.
Yeah, 10-4 on that. I hear you good there. You give me about 5-6 pounds.
Yeah, 10-4 and the 5 or 6 pounds.
Yeah, I can hear you there, Stacy. I can hear you through there, Paranoid. Sound good down here.
Yeah, 10-4 and that, Taz. Yeah, as usual.
Oh, that's who that is, Matt Static. I was wondering what that was.
Yeah, 10-4, Mr. P. Making a good trip there.
All right, well, have a good night there, Space Rider. I'll probably catch you tomorrow. I'm going to come in town either tomorrow or Saturday, probably.
Yeah, 10-4. I'll be gone till about 2 o'clock tomorrow. I'll be back here at 2.
Yeah, 10-4 and the 2 o'clock. It won't be till late in the afternoon anyway if I do come down.
Okay, yeah. If not, yeah, shoot me a text here. Yeah, no doubt. Good hearing you, Mr. P. Have a good one.
Yeah, you too. Have a good night, everybody out there. I'm going to call it a night. I got a couple more things to take care of.
Have a good evening, Mr. P.
Yeah, Roger. You too there, Clearwater. Have a good evening. 73s to everyone out here.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by.
Hey, how you doing there, Spacey? I heard you holler a few times.
Hey, 10-4, bud. Not bad. How's it going there? You healing up?
Oh, yeah. Still limping around, but yeah.
Yeah, 10-4. Yeah, good to hear you in there. You sound good tonight, too.
Yeah, everybody sounds pretty good down here.
Yeah, I didn't think I could make it across the river there.
Oh, fuck yeah. You give me almost 5'6".
Yeah, you're giving me about almost an 8. Yeah, the channel's pretty quiet tonight. It's a good night for this channel because it's, yeah, it's just like dead quiet for me. I don't have much noise in there at all.
Yeah, I had some static when I first turned it on. I went out and unplugged the trickle charger I had off my truck, so it's dropped way down.
Yeah, 10-4 on that.
I don't know who that was, but it gave me a hell of a signal.
Screwdriver, you in there?
Yes, sir.
I got a question, and it seems to be quiet right now, and I think you're the guy who explained this to me. I could be wrong. You may not know any more than I do. Generators and alternators for cars. What are the differences and what are the advantages for each one?
Well, you're not going to find much generators on cars anymore. It's not a huge difference. It used to be alternators all have external regulators. The generators were internal. Generators, you don't have permanent magnets in most of the time, and you actually have to polarize them. But other than that, I mean, they'll still put out the same, depends on what they're regulated for, the same voltages.
Okay. Okay. Yep. I just was some TikTok shit threw me into this spiral on generators and alternators in cars and stuff. Obviously, alternators are more efficient. Otherwise, we'd still have generators in cars. But you can get AC or DC through a generator. So actually, I think it actually makes AC and it's rectified. I could be wrong about that.
Well, the difference between the generator and the alternator is the
generator will generate power just by spinning it. And the alternator, you've got to, like Screwdriver said, you've got to energize the fields in order for it to produce electricity. And I do believe the alternators do make AC that's converted to DC through the electronics in the back.
It's more just an efficiency thing, most of it, and size. I mean, you know, you need a pretty big house generator to, you know, make 60 amps. If that, an alternator, you know, you can get 300 amps or, you know, we'll say common 110 amps out of something that's a quarter of the size.
Yeah, that's kind of where the TikTok thing that I looked at was going with it. Efficiency as far as making amperage, you know, at such low voltage.
Yeah, electric magnets always will work a hell of a lot better than permanent magnets.
And the cool thing is, though, with a generator, you can actually put power on it and make it spin. You know, so, you know, that has its advantages, too.
Yeah, that's true.
A lot of golf carts. That's the way all my golf carts are. They have a generator on it. And, you know, depending on how you put the polarity on it is how it feeds it, but it starts the motor up and goes, and then once it gets going a certain speed, it actually charges. And you can reverse the polarity. Obviously, that's done through a big switch and contact the ship, but and put it in reverse and do the same thing.
I never thought of it that way, and wow, that fucking actually all makes sense.
Like some old motorcycles had generators on them for their charging system, and they were just big, clunky, weighed a ton. And like I said, I mean, most of the generators on those things, you actually needed to phase to make work. So, yeah, they were a pain in the ass. But, yeah, it seems like it was more just, to me, I don't know. To me, the differences are just the way they put the windings around them and how big they are. They're just smaller and more current. So, to me, it's almost like a technology thing. It's like saying tubes to semiconductors or something. I wanted to get into talking about radio shit, but I'm going to do something I usually don't do because I'm going to say Fix-It got me on this morning. Did anybody go vote yesterday? Or Tuesday, whatever the fuck day it was. And if they did, what do they think of the results? If they didn't, what do you think of the results? Just kind of curious of anybody's thoughts, opinions, you know? Fuck it. Why not? Let's get into politics and piss some people off.
I did not vote.
Oh.
I'm not going to lie, like, you know, I know I talked to Fix-It about this morning, but these two referendums or laws, bills, whatever the fuck you want to call them, that were on there, it was very hard for me to make a decision on how I wanted to vote. It was not an easy thing.
Well, I know if I had voted, I would have looked at what our governor wanted me to vote for and voted the opposite.
Oh, come on. You can't vote like that.
Fuck, I can't. I can. I absolutely can. I didn't, but that's the way I would have voted. Because I know everything she believes in is the opposite of what I believe in.
Well, you got to have your own mind, you know what I mean? Don't vote down the party line.
Got nothing to do with party line. She's a fucking piece of shit coke slut.
but that doesn't make them bad girls.
You got that right.
No.
Oh.
This world, absolutely. But their opinion is shit.
Well, that's a given.
No, I'm with it. You can definitely probably base like 95% of your voting off from going the opposite of her, just with your beliefs. I'm in the same boat. I'm with you 100%. But yeah, I don't know. Like I can play devil's advocate on both sides of both of these, and it was really hard, especially if you read, if you listened to the news stations and looked at the signs that everyone had in the driveway, and you just went in and read the 2-sentence, verbs or whatever that's on the verbiage that was on the ballot, to me that's cut and dry. But if you actually read the whole 7-page fucking law referendum thing, I'm like, oh man, both of them, they have very, I don't know, they have some serious side effects for both sides. Like, I don't think neither of them was a good idea, realistically. They were good ideas, but the added shit that was in there that you voted for that you didn't maybe realize you voted for was not good.
It was both of them. Should never have been on the ballot to begin with.
Yeah, what he said.
I think that old gun thing was only on there because, it was, somebody dropped the fucking ball, basically, after being warned multiple times. But in hindsight, they should have done something, but then there again, you know what I mean, you're infringing on somebody else's rights. Should they have done something? Yeah, probably. But in the long run, look what happened. Yeah, that's devastating. I get it. But, I mean, for this other one to go into effect where somebody can say, yeah, he's crazy, take his guns away. That's just room for abuse of power.
It's just on my side. You sound like you got a jet airplane in your background too, but 100%. But and again, don't give up liberties in pursuit of temporary happiness. You just give up liberties. But I agree. Like that, this law could have been perfect. That shooting that fucking happened in Lewiston 2 years ago or a year and a half ago, whatever it was, would not have happened if this law was in place and somebody brought it to somebody's attention. It is a great law for taking, mental illnesses serious that would have prevented some of this shit. But it can also be abused, and it can be put against anybody because somebody doesn't like you, and then if it gets pushed correctly, it's supposed to go through the courts and blah, 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 but we know how that goes. Obviously, they can take those rights away from people that, I mean, who cares? Maybe somebody's like, oh, this guy's a little unstable over there. Maybe it's just fucking me and the fucking, being me, and then all of a sudden they take all my guns. So, like I said, I'm not hugely, I don't think the red law thing should have passed, the red flag law, whatever. We already have a yellow flag law. If that was done properly, that probably wouldn't have happened either.
Yeah.
But then the voting one, I'm like, I agreed with the voting one, 100% with you need to require your ID to vote. No more mail-in ballots. No more fucking, no shit that's going to make fraud. You got to have an ID. You got to have this. You got to have that. That was all fine and dandy. What you read on there is fine and dandy. But like the last half a page in the fucking actual bill it says, and other things that we can amend at any time that we want, pretty much. And it's like, well, no, I'm not fucking, I don't want to vote something in that is going to, I agree, I want to vote yes on 99% of it, but the last fucking paragraph, no.
No on 1 and yes on 2 passed for the whole state of Maine, I guess. Just different areas voted different ways. But the majority won, so about all you can do.
Well, yeah, no, it is what it is. And you know what? Maybe I'm sure the idea behind it was a good idea, It is what it is. But, I still remember the verbiage that came in the corridor law when it finally knocked down the corridor like 4 or 5 years. And that actually has not been used against us yet, but it could.
Yeah, what I understood about the absentee ballot is like, you got to show an ID to get the ballot. Well, what if you're not around to actually show the ID? You could have it mailed to your house, you could fill it out, send it back.
Yeah, I don't agree with absentee ballots. I don't agree with voting early. I guess if you do it in person, maybe the voting early. I've never done it. I don't like it. I think it's my civic duty to vote on the date, blah, 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 but, whatever. But the whole mail-in ballot thing and absentee ballot, I don't agree with it. I get it. If you're overseas, then it sucks to be you. I'm sorry. Even if you're in the military, it is what it is. It leaves open way too much for fraud. They send it to your fucking house. Somebody else gets your mail. Your fucking mail carrier is disgruntled. You never get it, You mail it back in. They see it. And there's literally an R or a D right on the fucking envelope that you can read. So you know if it's Republican or Democrat. So it's way too much shit that you know exactly what you're handling. And I get it's a federal crime, but if you get some disgruntled employee, they can fuck with that pretty easily.
It's only a crime if you get caught doing it, though.
I can vote either way. I'm unaffiliated.
Anybody can vote however they want. It doesn't matter what it says, whether you're Republican, Democrat, Independent. You can vote whatever the hell you want, which is, why this country is great, But, and I don't know. There's just certain things where it's like, and a lot of people, you'll see they only vote one way. They're not even voting with their party. That's the worst thing about all of this. Like, even this government shutdown, it's not that people are voting with their party. They're just voting against the other party. Not even opening up their minds to, be bipartisan or whatever. They're not even, trying to align with their party's agenda. Nobody gives a fuck about that anymore. They're just voting against it. If you're Democrat, you vote against Republican. If you're Republican, you vote against Democrat. And you might not even know why. You just fucking do it because that's what I'm supposed to do.
Well, I agree with Elon Musk. We need a third. Because if we had a third, we wouldn't have a tie.
There is plenty of thirds. There is always thirds, fourths, and fifths usually on ballots, depending. But, the chance of somebody winning with that is pretty unlikely. I personally don't like the ranked choice voting either.
I'm talking about a third party, I don't know what you call it. Maybe, I don't know, think up a good name. Doesn't have to be Democrat, doesn't have to be Republican. Could be a free thinker.
It's called independent. It's been on the ballot for fucking 45 years. Go vote once in a while.
Yeah, independent, libertarian, there's been all kinds of shit. But what you said about the ranked choice voting, that's a fucking scam. That's a way for them to cheat. That's all it is cheating.
Yeah, so the government shutdown, nobody else is getting fucking paid, like TSA workers, people that fucking matter. But Congress is still getting fucking paid. Why? They're not going to do their job. Why should they get fucking paid? take away their fucking pay, see what the fuck happens. They'll be right back in there as soon as quick as shit.
No, fucking 100%. 100%. I don't know why we pay them and nobody else. They should have been stopped immediately too. And you know, I mean, as much as I bitch about it, Swiper, like the ranked choice voting, I don't like it because it can fuck you and your decision over. But at the same time, it has some merit, and it makes me like, it gives people a little bit of I don't know. I sense that's gone into place here in Maine. It does. You notice like the, you know, libertarians, the fucking independents, those have actually gone up a little bit in votes. So I think because of the ranked choice voting, we could actually see a third-party candidate in the next, you know, decade. But I don't know. There's just certain things about it that I don't agree with it, but then there's certain things where I'm like, man, this could actually be beneficial because I can cast my vote for a third party that I really want to win, but if they fucking only get 0.5% of votes, cool. My second, it's going to now make my vote back to who I would want second to win. So I'm like, that's great, but yet at the same time, you know, you should only get to cast one ballot, not have fucking ranked choice, you know, 2 votes basically.
And they all have insider fucking trading. They don't need the fucking money anyway, so, you know, they should stop their fucking paycheck.
Exactly.
As far as I'm concerned, I don't think any politician should be getting paid, especially backhanded deals and fucking lobbyists and shit, but none of them should get paid. You're a public servant. You are fucking volunteering your time. I don't care where you are. President all the way down to the fucking mayor, down to the, you know, the fucking board, the planning board, the city board. You're a volunteer. You're a civil servant.
I'm going to be on the Finance Committee, and I don't think
It's supposed to be the people's opinion, not that one person's opinion. He's got to kind of go with his constituents, what they say, you know, which way they'd like to vote on certain topics, but not gang warfare. This everybody voting just because the gang says that way, you know, it's wrong. People do have difference of opinion, and the gang warfare's got to stop.
Yeah, who is that in there saying Finance Committee? You're on the Finance Committee? He was way down in there. I want to hear what he has to say.
TV 505, yeah, I put my application in to be on the Finance Committee for the town of Canton. And I know a lot of, I probably don't stand a chance in hell because I've only been here 2 years and haven't lived in Maine all my life. But I checked on it today and I found out that, hey, there's some people that are really rooting for you, some of the selectmen.
Nice. Good for you. No, I mean, and that's a lot of work, any of that shit. Don't get me wrong, you know, being, you know, on your select board, your fucking, you know, any of that shit, it's a lot of work. And I guess maybe if we wanted to pay people, you know what, if we said, you know, they deserve a right to get a paycheck, they should get paid minimum wage. Or you know, the median wage. I don't even know if I say minimum, but, you know, and have to use government fucking insurance. Your insurance doesn't fucking cover everything and you can walk in and be special. You got the same insurance as the fucking guy on Section 8 living down on a tree street.
That's more on that. Yep. Yeah, I don't expect a paycheck out of it. I just expect to learn something about how the politics are going on around here. And even the office clerk. I mean, he makes $4,000 a year, for Christ's sake. That's not a paycheck. You know, I make more than that on eBay.
Well, you're going for Canton, so you're going to get to see how the good old boy network works out up there.
I just think that when we elect a leader, that we should all follow, not fight with. I mean, the ones who fight with them, last I checked, that's treason. I don't care how you spell it. Once we pick a leader, the idea is to follow. That's all there is to it. Otherwise, just stupid.
What are you talking as far as the president goes?
Yeah, presidents, governors, judges, all them guys. I think all they should be voted in. I also think teachers ought to be voted in, so we can get rid of these very flag flying. Never mind.
That's why it's a free country. Everyone has an opinion.
Yeah, I was getting diarrhea of the mouth. I had to shut up.
Well, you know, old saying goes, checks and balances, man. You gotta, you know what I mean? You gotta question something once in a while. Either that or someone's gonna run amok. Well, we want it, you know, oh, okay, we elected a president. Oh, should it be the same thing as Putin? Oh, you know, just stay in there for fucking years, fuck it. Oh, better yet, yeah, North Korea, Kim Jong-un. Yeah, let's just have that motherfucker. Yeah, really?
Well, the country has been invaded, and, you know, I can understand what Trump's doing, sending in the military to help get the invasion out. But when you have these towns that would rather have the invasions, who's getting paid what?
Oh, I get what he's doing. You know what I mean? He wants to stop all the fentanyl and shit coming into the country. Yeah, I get that. And China's lying their fucking ass off for that one place that's supposedly so secure that, oh, we've never had one more shipment or one more nothing years. No, nobody had it. But you're selling the precursors to whoever and fucking having it shipped over here, and then they fucking add one more compound to it or two more compounds to it, or I don't know how the fuck they do it. And all of a sudden, bang, there you go.
Definitely.
They can legally ship some whatever else into the country. I don't know what the hell it is. I could care fucking less. I'm not a chemist. I don't want to be. I really don't give a fuck. But anyway, they could ship that shit in here legally, and then all you got to do is add one more compound to it. That's it. And now you got fentanyl.
That's part of the problem. The problem is, you know, we've been invaded. You have 1 million illegals cross the border. That's an invasion. I don't care how you look at it. We got what, 40 million? What the fuck?
How many of them in Maine, actually, though? Very few in Maine, and I know about it. The most illegal aliens that were in Maine came from Canada. I've only heard about 5 Mexican illegal aliens. Maine is a whole different ballgame than other places like California or Texas, you know. That's why I live here. It's a great state. Is that you 621? I had to be. I heard something political go on around there, and I recognized your voice.
Roger, Dodger.
Are you still in Facebook jail?
Oh, yeah. Yep. So, yeah, I haven't figured out a complete plan
with that yet. I'm still having problems with you two with the comments that you made. I don't know, there's so many stupid shit that you gotta do. I know what that plan and I think freeway side off has crossed my mind.
Yeah, 10-4. You just gotta take comments and all this crap. Everybody's on this side, everybody's on that side. You just gotta refrain from saying anything and just take it with a grain of salt sometimes, you know?
Oh boy, can of worms just got open.
Yeah, but, white line, Brandon, I'm not in Facebook jail. That's because I don't really do that shit too much, you know what I mean?
Oh, I wish I could hear him.
I know, Brandon, that's exactly. That's what I'm talking about. I can't believe that they did that to you for saying something that was so unmean, you know what I mean? And I said some shit too. I told some dude go fuck himself and stick his head up his ass, and they didn't do nothing to me. And then I look at their background, and you see half of the stuff is coming from bots, which are just the ones with no places where they live, no friends, no nothing, and they join the first or second day, and they say some shit on a post just to make their shit up, so that somebody sit there and can get more hits on his site.
I have a hard time believing that only 7% of New Yorkers are Republican, voted Republican. Only 7% voted Republican. Do you believe that, Matt? Okay, back it down. You're starting to get diarrhea of the mouth and constipation of the brain, too.
Sing it, brother. He's absolutely correct.
Oh, I'm not saying he isn't. If I didn't think he was, I would be arguing with him, but no argument here. constitutional rights, the First Amendment, freedom of speech. But that's also been followed by the Second Amendment. You know what that's for. You better have that if you're going to go around, you know, without a muffler on without a muffler on the thoughts.
Shut up, stupid.
Yeah, what he said.
You hear that, Brandon? Yeah, I don't know. Us old folks, we kind of know, you know, us boomers, we kind of know. We've seen ups and we've seen downs, you know, but this is the first time that things were taken to the extreme, let's say, and people, I can't believe how people are so against each other, and a lot of it is from the AI and the bots and the scammers and the hackers and just other countries putting out the stuff to make people mad at each other for no reason, because half of it's lies.
Yeah, that's our own government doing that shit.
10-9?
Divided we fall, united we stand. I almost have to take United right out of the United States because, I mean, technically we're divided. That's why we're closed. Everybody's so divided.
10-4 on that, that's for sure. That's why I like CBs and ham radios. You know, you got a camaraderie going.
Every busload of people needs a driver. Every airplane flight needs a pilot. You gotta have somebody in charge and work with them. I mean, it doesn't pay to work against them.
Yep, it's a perfectly good analogy.
Problem is, you can't work with a social democrat. They're communists. They want it all. You never agree to them.
You don't negotiate with terrorists.
Don't negotiate with Democrats, I'll tell you that. They're letting themselves get taken over by the socialists.
Have a good night, Pipeline. TV 505 Main. We're going 10-7.
Good evening right there, BB 507. Swiper saying good night.
Yeah, it's 505. You have a super fine one.
410, appreciate it. We out.
Later, 505.
Later, radio man. And you too, Screwdriver. I know you're in there somewhere.
Oh, you know it. Have a good night, man.
I had to run upstairs for a few minutes.
Spur on the running upstairs. We got enough with politics now. I don't want to get into that anymore. Is that, where is that Mr. Hawkeye?
He's in bed.
Oh, man, he's in bed. What the hell?
Oh, he has some loud audio, like Maniac loud audio.
Them people with their loud audio. See how they are?
Well, he sounded good, though. Saying, you know, it was pretty loud. Hey, well, I don't care. I liked it.
That's what you gotta have to get out. Oops, I'm too close to the mic.
Yes, give her some. Give her some.
Does it sound like a jet airplane anymore? I turned the mic gain down to
a little bit. I got my AGC in slow now. I know when I get to put mine in fast, when like Radio Man's taking roll call after running it fast because the needle comes down too slow, I miss half of what's being said. And in fast, you can definitely tell when people have a lot of background.
Oh, I just leave mine set on fast. AGC.
Oh, you'll have such more. It's so much more pleasurable to listen to Sideman with it on slow. That's what it's designed for. Way better. Yeah, like right now, you're dead keying like a 20 over here for static, for air noise, jet airplane noise. You're dead keying a 20, swinging up to like a 45. Oh, when I'm on slow, you don't notice it because the needle don't fall back fast enough unless you give a crazy pause in between your words.
How is this sounding over there, Screwdriver?
Hey, it sounded good. I would probably venture to say you have the same jet airplane noise.
How about that? I lowered the mic quite a bit.
Yeah, but it definitely doesn't sound as good. Like, you can tell you're probably not in the linear portion of the amp.
Yep.
I mean, it's a fine line. It's damned if you do, damned if you don't, with everybody, and I'm okay with that. Hell, the more background you have, the less chance your amp will ever kick off. So, it happens. What's funny is you can hear like a dead key, like on my radio. I can watch it on my SDR. I've heard it with like you can hear your amp unkicked. It'll just come off, but yet you still have like a little bit of power that comes through, a little bit of milliwatts. Shit, you can't even see like on your meter. Your meter will say 0, but you can still. I'm like, no, you're still keying up. I can tell. You know what I mean? It's just weird.
Yeah, and it's not like either one of these amps are actually just set up for sideband. They're whatever, Class C, I guess.
I don't even have a fucking delay on my amp, so that relay, if I go in there and listen, that relay is chattering right now. That's why I usually try to talk fast and fill my gaps with, because I know if I got too big of a gap, my amp is doing nothing.
Yeah, I think I have the delay on the amp down in the basement. I leave it on all the time. But I don't think it's much of a delay. I still assume I get chatter from time to time.
Yeah, which is and that's fine. You know, you're going to get that even on a bias box. You know what I mean? It depends on how long of a delay it is. But I mean, it's just arcing your relays a little bit. It's not necessarily a bad thing. It's not a good thing, but it's not a bad thing. I keep the delay on in my car because the amp's in the trunk, and you know, I'm not going to go turn it on. And I've been using sideband on it, especially on Thursdays. So I leave it on all the time. And, you know, there's a little delay. When I unkey, it takes, you know, let's say a half a second to get the receive back. So every once in a while in the mornings on AM, if somebody does a quick key, I'm like, fuck, I missed, like, you know, it's probably a word, but, you know what I mean, just enough to be like, huh?
I don't think I've ever noticed a receive problem. I don't think that the delay on that, he didn't put much of a delay on it, I don't think. I mean, maybe a half, I don't know, second, maybe. But I don't think, and I don't even have the delay on my two-pill, my driver. There's no delay on that. I never hear that click while I'm talking. I think the background noise in here is enough to keep it open.
Yeah, I mean, you normally have enough background noise or, you know, and I don't say it like it's a bad thing. Like I said, with my AGC on slow, I usually don't notice it, you know, because you're talking enough and you're swinging up well above what it is. And like even on my striker, I don't notice it because the striker will automatically, when you go to sideband, have a little bit slower AGC on it, which is nice. So you don't notice that as much on even on the strikers.
Yeah, I thought the automatic gain control, whatever, for listening, not for talking.
No, your AGC is just for your receive. Doesn't do anything else. Just for receive. You'll watch your I don't know which radio you're on right now, but I'm assuming the Yaesu. You'll watch your meter fall back slower. You put it on right now, it'll look like I'm giving you more of a consistent signal. It's going to sound 100% better. You know, receiving with your AGC on slow on sideband, it's amazing. Everything sounds so much better. But if you have somebody giving you a 20, and then you have somebody that's right at static level on there, like quick keying, like it'll take from Radio Man gives me a 60 on this with my other preamp on. And by the time it gets down low enough for like, you know, your pipeline, it might take literally like about 4 seconds, so I might miss half of what pipeline says if there's some quick keying going on.
Yeah, like right now, I just set it right to auto. You know, this auto, mid, auto, fast, mid, slow.
I mean, I assume in auto, it means on sideband it's going to automatically put it in slow. You know, I mean, that's what it's designed for. Sideband is on slow, AM is on fast.
Yeah, I put it on, it wasn't mid. I don't know how it got there, but yeah, it sounds 100% better on auto.
Yeah, I assume it's going to automatically be on slow. I know that's where my filters and mine usually go when it's on auto. This radio doesn't happen to have auto, but yeah, you know, the only thing I use this radio for is sideband. So who knows? I've been fucking with it this week. I say this week, this last couple weeks. Is it sounding all right? I had an issue with my audio chain and the frequency on it, so I've been kind of tweaking stuff. So I have no idea where it's at right now.
Oh, it sounds awesome right there. You know what I mean? I just put it on slow and it sounds kind of brought the loudness up a little bit. It sounds about the same.
Sounds awesome over here.
Roger. Yeah, I mean, so right now, all right, Swiper, key up and like talk for a few minutes, maybe not a few minutes, but a little bit, and Taz, get into it where you can change it, and change it from fast to slow while he's talking, Like listen to, you know, let them do like a 20 count with decent pauses in between, not like 10-second pauses, but, you know, and you'll hear and see the difference on the meter, and it's a big deal.
Yeah, well, I just shut off the big amp, so it's not going to be as prevalent. But maybe if I pause enough, you'll still hear the difference between having the slow needle and the fast needle. And yeah, it does make a difference. I remember having it with my Kenwood. It was a huge difference. But then, like Screwdriver was saying, when you know, there's a weak signal responding to a strong signal, you know, if you're listening, it takes a while for your needles to come back and catch that lower signal.
You know, when it's set to fast, it kind of makes it sound a little choppy. And then auto and slow, and they're kind of close. I think auto sounds better, but slow is about, you know, it's about the same.
Yeah, so exactly. I mean, you're only probably going to have off, fast, and slow. Your auto is just going to select those automatically for you. So, like I said, AM and FM, it's gonna be on fast automatically, and sideband is gonna be on slow. I don't know off. I don't know if you ever play with the off, but you know, your meter don't move at all with off, and anybody that gives you a decent signal kills you. But if you're doing like contesting or trying to get that signal that's way down in there, turning your AGC off can actually help you pull out somebody that is in that static level that you can't really hear.
Yeah, I really haven't messed with it that much. You know, when I first got the radio, I asked Paranoid, you know what I mean? He had one, he knows all about the radio. So I was like, well, needle doesn't want to drop. So you gotta set it fast and do this, do that.